every year it's a kind of thrilling sense of anticipation. What are people, when politics is so large, how are they going to reimagine it? We've got a really fantastic panel of judges this year who combine aesthetic distinction with political integrity. What more could you ask?
No one has passed Orwell as a political writer. He remains the greatest political writer in English literature.
Politics is not something over there done by politicians.
Good political writing is passionate, it keeps you awake at night. It shines a light where you may never have realised it needed to be shone.
Political writing is writing that takes you to an understanding of the world you're in.
I'm very excited at taking a good look at the very best journalism that's been written over the past year.
I think the kind of book that I'd like to find is one that really makes us think about what it means to be political. What does it mean to be political in this day and age? How do our actions as human beings impact on the world around us?
I'm also hoping to find perhaps writing and writers that I'm not familiar with.
I want to be provoked. I'd like to sort of pick up a book and really read something refreshing and original, but that's true. To go back to the Orwellian desire to be true.
It's got to be exceptional journalism, it's got to be exceptional in the content of that journalism and in the quality of the writing. It hasn't got to be just good writing, but writing that's informed by the values that Orwell himself believed were necessary for excellent political journalism.
I think that the Orwell Prize is unique because it acknowledges that everything that we write really is political, and it asks the question, what does it mean to be political?
The Orwell Prize is a really important prize, first of all because it is in the memory of George Orwell, and George Orwell, for most writers, remains their aspiration, remains the person they look to, but remains a person who will have informed and in many cases helped inspire people to become journalists or writers.
What's interesting about the prize is that it communicates politics in an accessible way, and it's about the way in which it can ignite the imagination rather than just being an intellectual list of facts.
It sets a standard. Everybody will know, every journalist will know what the expectation is in order to be considered for the Orwell Prize.
There's not a huge corporate sponsor and you can enter yourself. So in the end, it's all about the work.
One of the very exciting things in this our 20th year is that the values which are associated with Orwell are more pertinent than ever before.
He is someone who is always looking at what it means to be human, the conflicting impulses inside human needs and desires.
He stands for integrity. He stands for truthfulness above self.
It's always done with this quite obsessive need to be true and honest.
He stands for a kind of contrariness and for not following the herd.
When it comes to Orwell's rules for great writing, it means that style isn't just a matter of style. It's got to be style that's informed by intellectual honesty.
Orwell is very much part of, I think, the founding stone, actually, of an extraordinary tradition of creative writing.
Orwell saw, more than anybody else, that the quality of the writing, the quality of the style, is about the thinking that goes behind it.
He also talks about the execution and the fact that the written form needs to charm and needs to seduce and needs to caress the reader. And so I think I'm excited to find work that does both.